Is death necessary for happiness? I had a thought the other day that I wrote down in my phone, and I was just thinking as if if we truly lived forever, would that take from some of the joy in life? And one of the reasons why I wonder that is because I there is there is a sense of satisfaction and joy that I get when I remind myself how nothing is permanent. Everything is temporary. And so with that in mind, it just helps me be more present and appreciate the moment. But now if it wasn't there, would there still be that same sense of joy and satisfaction? I don't know. Right now, being 27, I find a lot more joy in the day-to-day small things. And one of the main reasons is because I know it will not be this way forever. I know I'm not going to get any younger. And 30, 40, 50 years from now, I would give it up to be at this moment, at this point in time. I think it is because I've given a good amount of attention to just mortality and death that it has allowed me to overcome the fear of it. There was probably from right after high school till about 22, 23. I didn't think about it at all. I didn't want to think about it, kind of out of sight, out of mind. And then it just hit me one night. And of course I was, scared. I think that's our, like that fear of death, I think, is something we're all born with. And so, of course, my first time, contemplating it, not as a kid anymore, or at least older and more mature, it did frighten me. There was a sense of anxiety that came from it. And I couldn't stop thinking about it. Like I said, I was, 23-ish or so at the time. And one of the reasons why I couldn't stop thinking about it was because I knew it was inevitable. And even now, it's not like I've found a way to conquer death. No. I still realize that it is inevitable. But what has helped me get over my fear is simply focusing on the things that I can control. I can't control when death comes. I could try to prolong it, but no matter what, it's going to come. What I can control is what I do with the time from now until then, until death comes. That's what's in my control. And so focusing on that has been such a relief. Because now it's not spending my days, how am I going to overcome death? And, thinking of death like it's a problem that needs to be solved. Instead, the problem is, what am I going to do in whatever gap of time I have from now and until death comes? And then because even that thought sometimes can be a little overwhelming. So to bring it into something more manageable and a little bit more bearable is today. What's in my control today? Not necessarily to solve the problem of death, but to where I can look back and be proud of how I spent my time from now and until then. That, to me, is what allowed me to overcome my fear of death. What am I doing today that I will be proud of looking back on my life? And that's something I try to keep in mind, and I try to do on a consistent basis. And as a result of doing so, I think death has brought a sense of happiness and enjoyment to my life that I have not previously had.